Hey, what's going on, family? It's King David checking in once again. And guess what? I got another video for you guys. Now, let me explain to you the motivation behind this video. I'm kind of standing up right now, leaning over. I'm really waiting for my food to warm up in the microwave so I can go ahead and get my grub on. But what happened to me yesterday night? White man, boss, who really don't even know what the hell he doing, gonna come to me and tell me, oh, hey, come here. I need to holler at you. Can you walk with me for a second? You always notice how they extra super nice to you. Hey, can you walk with me? Come here, nigger. Come here. I got something I gotta tell you. So dude pulled me in the elevator. Well, Alan is the owner of the company. Yeah. Alan wants to cut your hours. Starting tomorrow, you're gonna be doing 6 hours. Now, I might not say nothing. This is the way I work, fam. I might not say nothing, but my facial expressions tell it all. And I said, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna need to cut your hours. It's gonna come in at 5, starting tomorrow. You could tell that I was displeased, because this cheap bastard got all the money, has never bought a new car in his entire life, and wants to cut my hours. So he go, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe you could talk to Alan, and you know, he might change his mind. And I told the white man like this. I said, no, there's no more talking. There's only doing. The motherfucker got scared. So he gonna come to me later on, try to be your friend. You notice how the white folk, not necessarily white supremacists, but white folk always want to try to be your friend when some bad shit happen. So they be the first ones to know when some shit getting ready to jump off. So he gonna say, hey, do you know what you might do? You know, so I can get a heads up. I said, that all depends on what happens. Yeah, like he's scared. He's scared. Yeah, but do you know what you might do so I can have a heads up? So I gave him the same answer. That all depends on what happens. I was walking with this man. I told this man flat out, I'm like, I'm not finna blow this building up. Oh, yeah, you know that uncomfortable look when folk give you, when they be trying to laugh, but they really nervous as fuck. Yeah, okay, motherfucker. Like, we don't do that. That's white people shit. White people blow up buildings and shoot up schools. Black people don't do that. Especially over the loss of no 2 punk ass hours. Now, granted, I was barely making with what I was making, you know, with 8 hours. Now you're going to cut me down to 6 hours, so I just know that it's time for me to look for another job. Now, whether that be a full-time job or part-time job, it just, whatever the Lord has in store for me, that's what I'm going to take. Started last night when I got the bad news. But basically, this video is about the double standard that white folk have for them and everybody else. Right? Now, since dude and his little partner, you know, been coming to the job since another supervisor disappeared, I don't know what the hell happened to him. Cool ass dude. White dude, as a matter of fact. Cool ass dude. But since these two niggas done moved in, they done turned the job into a plantation. You can sit in the office, talk all day long. Talk. You, your boy, and another nigga from the office. His name is John. John is the one of the route managers out of the job. And for real, all they do is just sit up in the office, talk about what to do. Like, I have never seen more people talk about what to do instead of actually doing it. And the fucked up part about it is, the more you talk about it, the less you getting done. Like, for real. So I keep switching arms. My arm's getting tired. But the more you philosophize about it, hey, we can do this and we can do that and blah, 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 the less you getting done. I don't know if I told you, a couple weeks ago, I worked a little Christmas party at the job. That was Saturday. They told us we were supposed to be out there at 1:30. You know, we got up out of there about 3:30. Oh, it wasn't that bad, was it? Nigga, it was fucked up. Cleaning up behind all these kids, rice and cookies and shitting all over the floor. Please. Then we had a conference room and a set of restrooms for the night before we had to do. The only reason why we did it, because one of the ladies that worked there specifically mentioned it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known it was there, and even if I did, I wouldn't have touched it. But that goes for these niggas not doing nothing. You so concerned about what's not getting done, you miss stuff. Miss it. You want me to work, but you can't work? Really? So, let's get into this double standard. You'll see where I'm going with this. So, this dude, his partner, little partner work down there. All they do is sit in the office. That's all they do, talk. Don't do nothing else. Occasionally, these niggas will pick up a broom, a dustpan, maybe pull a couple trash cans. That's it. They don't do nothing. And it's pissing everybody off. It ain't just the black folk. Well, no, I take that back, because it's mostly black folk work down there. So, majority of black folk, minus the coons, care about this nigga sitting in the office. That's all you do. Then, about this job, you getting scared about me finna blow up this job. Like I say, I'm not finna blow up this job. He had an uneasy look on his face. Like he didn't really want to laugh. Then you steady asking me what I'm finna do, nigga. I'm not finna give my secrets out to no overseer. I'm not finna tell the overseer what I am and am not gonna do. Nigga, you'll find out when I do it. So basically, the white folks sit around the job, bark out orders to everybody else. They don't want to do nothing right. That's my experience. That's what caused me to do this video. But it's not only that. It's deeper than that. It's so much deeper than that. White man can go out, rob a bank. What do you get? 5 years. Black man will get goddamn triple that. Nigga will get 15, 20 years. Might try to throw him under the jail for robbing the white man's money. Right? We see it. Ferguson, Baltimore, other places. Riots. Dr. King said rioting is the voice of the unheard. Right? But the thing is, our rioting is actually righteous. It is a righteous anger. We're mad because we're getting gunned down in the streets. We're getting killed. In a system of white supremacy, do our lives matter? No, they do not. But we thugs, and I got a video on it. It's different between like white racist media, difference between thugs. Excuse me. Just woke up not too long ago. I still got little crusties in my eye. But we can riot. Well, we're thugs. We're criminals. We're gangbangers. We're niggers. And we're this and we're that. But when the white folk do it, white folk do shit just to be doing shit. Right? And you'll see the darkness that the white man has in his heart. Not all of you, but most of you. Even the ones who are not racist, I see still have white superiority views. Prime example. Got into it with a man and his wife. Nice people. I like them. You know, we've had our differences. But it's like, and this goes back to the whole double standard. I once was dating this chick, and she walked out the house, bleach stains on her clothes. Now, for those of you who don't know, you can see shirt, no wrinkles, right? Pants, no wrinkles, not dirty, right? Hair, cut, trim. Facial hair, trim. You see how I just trimmed off my beard? Had to give myself the chin strap, you know. But that's the standard that I keep myself to. I hold myself to a high standard, and I always have. I don't walk out the house with my hair not brushed, comb, clothes, wrinkled, rips, tears, stains. I don't do that. That's inappropriate for me to do. If you want to do that, you go right ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, homie, don't play that. But this is the way I've always been. I've always kept myself to a higher standard. So these folk call me shallow because I broke up with a girl because she walked out the house with bleach stains. Oh, Dave, you're shallow. How? You broke up with a girl because she get bleach stains on the clothes. So that wasn't the only reason why I broke up with her, but yeah, that's part of the reason. Well, Dave, you're shallow. You care too much about looks. No, I don't. No, I don't. Then, not a racist, but have white superiority views, gonna tell me that I cannot find a woman who is equally smart and beautiful, or is both smart and beautiful. I knew that was a lie, and this was a couple years ago. This is when I was like, what, 23, 24, 22, something like that? Early 20s. I'm in my late 20s now. So this has been a few years. So, you're like, Dave, you cannot find a woman who is smart and beautiful. I said, okay. So I asked Scott, Scott, you find Terry attractive, right? Now, this is his wife. They got 2 kids together. So that's the way I played it. I say, Scott, you find Terry attractive, don't you? Well, yes, but what does it have to do with anything? Oh, no. This is where we're going. You obviously find Terry attractive. I mean, you have 2 kids together, so you obviously find her attractive. Well, yes, but where is this going? It's going right here. Terry, you think Terry is beautiful. I'm not calling Terry ugly, but you think Terry is beautiful. Not saying she is or she isn't, but you think she's beautiful and she's smart. She has a college degree. Terry is very intelligent. So you can have a woman who is both smart and intelligent, but I can't. Well, Dave, it's not the same. No, it is the same. It's exactly the same. You can have something, but I can't. That's the double standard. That's essentially the double standard. You can have something, I can't. You can do something, I can't. You can go places, I can't. That's the double standard. I'm in St. Louis, right? Back in the days, like what, the 70s? You know, you couldn't cross over Lindell. Like, you know, like right at Lindell and Kings Highway. You know, you got the Chase Park on one side. Then you got the park on the other side. There was a time when black people could not go past Lindell. And as you know, when you get towards Lindell, that's the Central West End. There was a time when black folk could not go to the Central West End. You know, there was a time when you could not go across town. There was a time when all the black people stayed in this area. But back to the rioting. We can't riot. We shouldn't riot. But you can. And white folk be rioting over dumb shit. Dumb shit. I'm talking about they just riot over dumb shit. Oh my God, our college sports team has not won since last year. Let's fucking riot. Let's burn the city down and flip over cars and steal shit and loot. But when you get on the media, oh no, they're just troubled teens. They're just kids releasing their frustrations. Frustrations? Y'all nigga won a championship game. And you rioting? Not even that. The pumpkin. Y'all know, what was that? The pumpkin celebration or whatever that the white folk be having? Pumpkin Fest. That's what it is. Pumpkin Fest. These motherfuckers will riot over Pumpkin Fest. Fucking pumpkins. Fucking damn shitty. You know how white people they get their liquor in their system, they start acting a fool. St. Patty's Day. Oh man, let that be Melanoid Empowerment Day when we get out and drink and enjoy ourselves. They be ready to kill us, lock us up. White folk get ignorant. Get straight up and down ignorant. The white man, it's okay for the white man to profit off of the marijuana industry. It's okay for the white man to profit off of telecommunications. It is okay for the white man to do this, that, and the third that everybody else isn't allowed to do. Suddenly, when a black person or a person of color starts doing stuff, it becomes a problem. I build my own construction company, it's a problem. I go out on a march and have a Melanoid African Empowerment Kwanzaa March. It don't matter what it's called. Police will be out there heavy. Be ready with their tear gas and their assault rifles and everything for us. But we be the peaceful ones, right? Ferguson was peaceful. I live out here, fam. I live out here. Ferguson was peaceful until the white man came in, got scared that black folk had organized and was peaceful. Then they started throwing tear gas and all type of shit, hitting folk with beanbag rounds. That's when people started rioting and burning down the Quick Trip and these buildings and shit. That's when folks started rioting. After the white man came in and stirred some shit up. That's what he does. But it's okay for your people to get out there, build wealth. It's okay for your people to own land, build wealth. It's okay for your people to go overseas and do this. It's okay for your people to sell drugs, right? Nigga Starlito had a line in one of his raps, 15 years for a dirty strainer. Basically, a strainer that you get from the store, dirty, meaning it's got cocaine residue on it. It's illegal for my man to go out here on the corner and hustle, even though there's like no other options. We know there really ain't no options for us out here. I know those boys. I know their story. 9 out of 10 of them, 9 out of 10 do what they had to do. Because it wasn't no other way. Got to put food on the table. You got to provide for your family. You got kids you got to feed. You got to do what you got to do. It's wrong for my brother over here to sell dope. But it's cool if your pharmaceutical companies sell us Ritalin, ibuprofen, heroin, cocaine, speed, methamphetamines, and it ain't raw, uncooked cocaine or heroin. It ain't crack. It is a derivative of. So basically what they'll do, they'll go in their factories. They'll take the same cocaine my man doing so he can serve his people. The same heroin that my man doing, that my man whipping up, stretching, sell to these folk out here. You take them same drugs, put it in a pill, give it to us. And we know this shit has long-time side effects. The perks. You know what I'm saying? The Tylenols, the ibuprofens, the aspirins. I don't really know all the names and shit. Because like I say, family, the only drug I take is allergy medicine. And that's only during the springtime because I got terrible outdoor allergies with the grass, the pollen, the ragweed, blah, 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 blah. So I take allergy medicine and I smoke a whole lot of weed. You know, a blunt a day, a joint a day, a bowl a day. Hell, whatever it is, weed is good. And that's the only type of medicinal thing that I use. I don't do any type of Percocets. I don't fuck with pills. You know, what do you call it? Not dabs, but, different type of pills and stuff. I don't fuck with that. I know what the shit is. It's legal cocaine. It's legal crack. It's legal heroin. It's legal methamphetamines. But it's illegal for me to do it, but when a white man does it, it's okay. Make millions and billions of dollars off of it. If I had a cure for AIDS, they'd be ready to kill, and was going to administer it for free, they'd be ready to kill me. This nigger is a terrorist. He's trying to give out the AIDS medication for free. We can't do that. What was that dude named Martin Shkreli, whatever? The nigga who tried to bail Bobby Shmurda out and got picked up by the feds the next day. Read about it. Martin Shkreli, that's what it is. Martin Shkreli. Dude got AIDS medication. Bought it. And it was like $13 a pill. Dude went from $13 to like $700. And doesn't see anything wrong with that. But we know the nigga had some other backroom shady dealings. So that's why he got picked up by the feds. It wasn't even the fact that it was the medication. But you see where I'm going with this. But I will say this. I'm going on 24 minutes, 23 and a half. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I'll say this. You know, God never intended for us to have dominion over another. Right? If you read Genesis chapter 1, I believe starting in verse 28 or like 26, somewhere in that neighborhood. God gave us dominion over this earth. We have dominion over the plants, the trees, the animals. That's what we have dominion over of. Nowhere in the Bible and nowhere in anybody's right mind with a God, unless he is the God of white people, which he is not. But there's no way a deity would want you to be supreme over another. A real deity would want all of us to be equal. And like I say, God never intended for a man to have dominion over another man. He never intended for us to rule over one another. He intended for us to rule this earth, because without us, you cannot tend to the certain things. Otherwise, this earth will get overgrown with stuff and overpopulated with trees and animals and a whole bunch of stuff. But God never gave us dominion over somebody else. God never told us there should be a double standard. That's why I say these cacuszoids out here are living in darkness. They created this darkness for us. Because they're living in darkness, they created a darkness for us. The ghettos, the hood. But yet you got you a $500,000 house out there in Chesterfield Valley, Ladue, Rock Hill, and it's okay. But oh, no. No niggas out here. You niggas don't belong here. You can work out here, nigga. Nigger, you can work out here, but you goddamn better not make sure that you out when your shift is over. You can't live out here. Who created that disparity? And then they say, oh, it's nothing wrong. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. How? When every time we do that, you knock us down. You got your coons in the community. Then you got the media. Then you got your overseers, your officers, riding around in the hood, and it's more of them than it is in Chesterfield. It is in St. Charles and St. Peter's and Lake St. Louis and all these little white areas in St. Louis. It's not that the city is that much better, but I mean, when you take out the jobs in the community, you take out the schools. This was the white man's plan, family. This was the white man's plan. And I know I have been promising you guys that ghetto video, the project video for a while. I'm going to put that together real soon. It's one of them that I can't just speak off the top of the dome. It's one of them I got to do my research on, like the first couple videos I did. So I'm going to do that and get to you. But it was the cacuszoid that decided that I'm just going to take this, give it to the Mexicans. I'm going to take this, put it over here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this, take it away from the black people. I'm going to take school out. I don't want them to have no type of education because Beaumont, up the street, on Natural Bridge, Beaumont, Sumner, Vashon, do not have the credentials that a Clayton High School has, that a Ladue High School has. Not only do they not have the credentials, they don't have the funding. Why is that? You remember that song? KRS-One, why is that? Where he break down the whole lineage of the Bible. Why is that? Why is it that it's a double standard? Why is it that I can do something and it's wrong? You can give me 30 years, life in jail, but when you do something, you get a slap on the wrist. I kill a white person. Oh, hell, I'm going to jail. I'm getting a trial by my peers, and if my peers are white, then they're not my peers. We just seen that happen with Judge Olu Stevens, and he dismissed the entire jury because it didn't reflect the brother's peers. The brother was black, the whole jury was white. He dismissed them. It's okay for you to do something, but I can't do it. So I say that to say this, black folk, that's the double standard. Fuck that double standard, okay? Of course, you have to be careful with what you're doing because you know white folks quick to knock you down. But if you can figure out a way to profit off the marijuana industry, do it. If you can figure out a way to get yours and get your cake and eat it too, do it. Don't let a white man, don't let another have dominion over you. You are God's child. I'm God's child. We are created in Him, and through Him we have life. And nobody, I repeat, nobody is supposed to be over us. So, if you want to tie that back into my old job, the double standard, dude trying to figure out when I'm finna leave so he can know that he have security, or he can know that he could call off that day. I told him, nigga, I'm not finna blow up this building. Told him flat out, I'm not finna hold my tongue for you devils, for you cacuszoids. I'm not finna blow up this building. He had old uneasy look on his face like, God damn, how did this nigga know? How did he know? Yeah, but when you getting out of here? None of your goddamn business. That's when I'm getting out of here. So, I guess that's it. We going on 30 and a half. Probably one of the longer videos I have done. So, again, I'm King David. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching this video. Hey, hit me up in the commentaries. Like my videos. Subscribe.